Talk about a requested game. Crysis 3, I mean, many people have requested this video, so it's time to do it. Crysis 3 came out around the same time the Surface came out, and I'm glad I didn't do it then because it would have also been hit by the issues that was fixed, the throttling issue that was actually fixed by the firmware upgrade. That said, I'm actually also doing Crysis 2 and Crysis 1, which I should be uploading very soon too. Just because of the firmware upgrade. But anyway, here we're looking at Crysis 3 at 1024 by 768, and do note that I actually even was able to play it at 720p, just that the slowdowns became too often, so I decided that 1024 by 768 was it. The problem with this resolution is that unlike Crysis 2, on this one I could never get it to actually maintain the aspect ratio without giving me a tiny little screen. So here we actually have that Hobbit effect where everything's a little bit squished because the screen is actually, we're covering the whole screen. So that's the only disadvantage. You notice that everything's off and everything's in low, but still the game actually doesn't look that bad. It actually plays very good. The frame rates went anywhere between mid-teens and mid-40s, but they usually stayed anywhere between 20 and 25 frames per second, and it actually played great. On this level, actually, even though it's such a dark level, I decided to do this level because I think it's because of the water. There was a lot of it would isolate between the mid-teens and the 40s a lot. Not that it stayed in the mid-teens very often. You'll see one or two. Well, you'll see a few drops, but they'll be blips and they'll last like not even a second to the teens. But usually it'll stay, like I said, between 21 and 25 frames per second, and other parts it'll stay in the 30 frames per second range. And I still think it has to do with so much water on this level that might be the reason that I see such a different frame rates. This is about basically the same amount of frame rates. It usually stayed anywhere between 20 and 30 frames per second at this particular resolution. And like I said, it doesn't play bad at all. It actually plays very well. I really enjoyed it so far. And as usual, people will say that why play it on the Surface? Well, if you're up out in the road, it's not a bad choice. It actually, it is not a bad choice. It looks good for a 10-inch screen. It plays good. There is one catch though. I did feel like my mouse was not as responsive as any other game I played. I always felt like I had that, and it wasn't a frame rate issue. I just felt that the mouse was never as responsive as I hope. I got a little bit used to it, but I didn't feel that I could actually hit my targets or mark my targets as I can with any other first-person shooter. I don't think it's the game. It might be maybe a driver issue or something. I don't know. It just felt like it was lagging by a few, maybe half a millisecond or so, or half a second or something like that. But maybe you guys won't experience that, or maybe somebody can tell me something that I might do to improve it. And by the way, I did move the slider of the mouse sensitivity up and down to my heart's content. I was never able to get that sweet spot that allowed me to feel that it was working good. Still, I was able to play it, and I was able to play it and enjoy the whole game with no real issues. Like I said, the slowdowns were few and far between at this resolution. And at 720p, again, you could even play it at that resolution, but the slowdowns will just kill you. Anyway, I think it's an enjoyable game. Hopefully you guys like it. If not, let me know. Have a good one.
Move! Before he gets away!
Okay, move.
I want this asshole found and taken down. No sign.
Where'd that come from?
Swinging behind! Surrounding target! I'm covering you. Give him hell! Frag him! Frag! Security sweep! That fancy cloak won't save you, asshole! Fire down, suppressor! Search the last point of contact. Cover it! I want this asshole found and taken out. You wanna play hide and seek? Run! Winter's last position. Anthony! Drag him! Drag! Don't let him slip through your fingers. Go! Covering. Taking fire! Fire in the hole! Drag him! Get out there and find him! Where'd that come from? Grenade out! Embassy. Check the area where you last saw it.